This effect on growth in service sector, this one, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we have to start from effect on foreign investment.
Yes.
We'll just wait for one more minute. Halima is here. Good evening, Halima. Let's just start. So effect, we did this or we have to start? We have to start from here, right? If I'm not wrong, effect on foreign investment.
Yes, ma'am. Effect on foreign investment.
No. So the foreign investment, which includes foreign direct investment and foreign institutional investment, has increased about US dollars 100 millions in 1990 to 1991 to US dollar 36 billion in 2016 to 2017. Okay. So you will be writing till here, and then you will be writing India is one of the largest foreign exchange reserve holders in the world. Okay. So this was the effect. That basically what happened, it increased from this to this. See, it was million, okay, and now it is billion. So it increased, and you will write India is one of the, among all the countries, India is one of the, India is not the largest, it is one of the largest foreign exchange reserve holder in the world. Okay.
Teacher, this
Yes,
effects
Halima.
on foreign investment we did in previous class, like from last to last class we did.
Okay, Sane, you were absent in the previous class? Is it?
This was like before Saturday class. Today is Tuesday, then maybe Thursday class, last Thursday.
Yeah, because somewhere I was also thinking we have to start from GST if I'm not wrong.
Yes, GST.
I think Sania
3.7.
was absent. Sania, you were absent.
Ma'am, I don't think. I don't know, ma'am.
Maybe because I was also wondering that we have to start from GST. So what you can do, Sania, for Saturday you will be asking for recording. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
And once, like, just ask for recording, just drop them takes after the class. That please share me the recording, and after the class, complete your Saturday portion. Over there, what we did this disinvestment, then the critical evaluation of disinvestment, the price level, like reforms and all. And we started with this very important topic, demonetization. Okay, in the previous class, we covered this. I think we have to start from GST itself. I think we wrote aim only, or we have to start something like this. So, Sani, you will be asking for recording of Saturday's class. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
And after that, if you have any doubt, I'll be covering that in the next class. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
That
So
day I came late, so I think that this investment one page I missed. That this investment part.
okay, this investment you missed, right? Okay, wait. This one you missed. So basically, this is nothing. Like it is nothing. Disinvestment you already know. When you sell your product, that is your disinvestment, right? I think Sana, you were there in the previous class, but why didn't you write? Like you were there, if I'm not wrong, because Halima joined late, Mahdi, and you were there.
Mm,
Is it
yes,
you you wrote it somewhere
ma'am,
else
I
or
think,
something?
I don't know, ma'am.
Because you were there, because Mahdi and you were there, and Halima joined late at that time. So check it, and in case, see, if you missed out, na, like if I think you wrote it somewhere else, maybe, or because you were there in the previous class, but how come you missed? But as for the recording, you can watch, like just increase the speed, put it in 2x, and watch the record. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. So this investment is nothing. It is like a government fix. Like every year, there's a target that okay, this much you are going to earn, right? So it is like in 1991 to 1992, it was 2,500 crore, right? But government was able to manage more. Government achieved 3,040, so it was more. Clearly, in 1415, the target was this, whereas it was achieved this. So this is what the issue was. So this is this one basically, and then you critically evaluate. Yes.
This data that they're giving is like for full economy, like entire India.
Yeah, this is for India, entire economy.
Okay.
Right?
In which sector or like random year sector?
This investment is basically in the sector of PSUs, right? Industrial sector. So
Okay.
this investment is basically investment is you are purchasing something, right? This investment is you are selling that product. So that is this investment. Okay.
Okay.
We did this savings, if you remember. This saving we were doing with aggregate demand, this savings. So savings are you are saving money. This savings is when you are using that savings, that is this saving. Similarly, investment is this, and this
Expenditure
investment
spending.
is yes. Okay. Now let's just start with GST. What we wrote about GST, I think we wrote the intro part. This and AM we wrote, right? Or we have to start from starting.
We wrote aim and features.
We wrote features as
1
well.
and 2. Yes, this 1 and 2. And 2 is very big here. And 3 and 4 is also there.
Okay. So basically, let's just start from starting. GST is nothing. It's a service tax. Okay. Now it's like why you did it, right? So aim is like what you did it and why you did it. So it is like to generate additional revenue for the government, to reduce tax evasion, and to create one nation, one tax, and one market. So this is what was the aim of GST. Now coming to the features, it is like goods and service tax is a single comprehensive indirect tax on the supply of goods and services right from the manufacturer service provided of the consumer. So if you are manufacturing this product here and this is the consumer, so the tax will be same. No matter whether it's go from 2 people, 3 people, the tax, if he is implying 10% tax, then it will remain 10%. Now second, it is the destination based consumption tax with facility of input tax credit in the supply of chain. Okay, so this is a destination based consumption tax. It's not like that whether, for example, in India, if it is this, in other country, it can be different, right? So this is a destination based consumption tax with facility of input tax credit in the supply. Okay. Next is GST is applicable throughout the country with one rate for one type of goods and services. Okay, very important. See, in GST, it's not like that. It's like, for example, for beverages, the GST will be 20%. For ice cream, the GST will be 5%. For clothes, GST will be 2%. So it is decided. Right? For clothes, it includes everything: pants, shirt, sari, suit, tops, everything. For food items, it includes everything: burger, pizza, everything. For ice cream, it includes everything: my mango, chocobar, everything. Right? So GST is applicable throughout the country, and throughout the country, no matter whether you are in Delhi, whether you are in Tamil Nadu, whether you are in Kerala, it will remain same. And on the same type of goods and services, the GST will remain same. It's like 0%, 5%, 12%, 82%, like this. Next, GST has amalgamated a large number of central and state taxes cesses. It has replaced large number of taxes of goods and services levied on production, sales of goods or provision of the services. So earlier, what you have to do as a human being, you have to pay many taxes, right? But now, what GST has done, GST has removed everything, and now it has paid a number. Like, you don't have to pay this. You have to only pay GST. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you will write features, and then first, second, third, and fourth point.
Second point, only 2 lines.
Yeah, only these two.
Okay, I'll start from third. Ma'am, fourth point, how would you write?
The first two lines, GST till here. Okay.
And this orange dots.
Sorry.
I was saying that this sum of the major from here.
No. These two
Points.
lines, GST till here.
Okay. Done.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what are the benefit of GST on Indian economy, right? So first, it has facilitated the freedom of movement of goods and services and created a common market in the country. So earlier, for example, if you are selling it here, you have to pay different tax. If you are selling it here, you have to pay different tax. But now it is free. Wherever you go, you have to pay only single tax. So that means the goods and services are free to move from one place to another. Next, it has reduced the cost of business transaction and cascading effect on the various tax on consumers. So it has reduced the cost of business. Earlier, you have to pay lot many. If you are a businessman, you have to pay lot many tax. But now, because of GST, it has been reduced. Next, it has also reduced the overall cost of production. Okay, which will make Indian goods services more competitive in domestic and well as international markets. So cost is less, so now people can earn more profit. Next, it will also result in higher economic growth of GDP is expected to rise about 2%. So it was expected that GDP will be rising to 2%. Next, tax compliance will be easier as all tax payment related services like registration, returns, payments are available online through a common portal. This. So now it is very easy for you to pay the tax because you have to pay only single tax. So you can visit the website and you can pay easily. Earlier, people have to go to offices like the tax collection offices. There they have to pay standing in a long queue. So most of the people used to avoid it. But now it was very easy for them. Next, it has expanded the tax base, introduced higher transparency in the tax system, reduced human interference between taxpayer and the government, and is furthering ease of doing a business. So now there is no in between. You are directly going to pay your tax to to the government, and there is a transparency between the tax payers and the government. So these are the benefit of GST on Indian economy.
I'm done, ma'am.
Halima, you are also done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we are just done with this chapter, so we'll just do the conclusion. So the process of globalization through liberalization and privatization policies has produced positive as well as negative results for India and other countries. Okay. So some scholars argue that the globalization should be seen as an opportunity in terms of greater access to global market, high technology, and increased possibility of large industry of developing countries to become important player in the international arena. Arena is basically the area. So because of globalization, we can, purchase anything from entire world, right? We can communicate. Sorry. Okay. We can communicate with everyone. We can exchange our technologies and everything we can access, right? But on the contrary, the critics argue that the globalization is a strategy of the developed countries to expand their market in the other countries. Okay, according to them, it has compromised the welfare and the identity of the people belonging to poor countries. So we already discussed the negative point of globalization, that people were saying that it, like earlier government was focusing on the welfare of the people, but now government is focusing more on foreign direct investment. Government is focusing more on how we can globally establish our community and everything, right? Early 1990 was basically an output of deep-rooted inequalities in Indian society and the economic reform policy initiated as a response of crisis by the government, with extremely advised policy package further aggravate the inequalities. So earlier it was decided just to remove the inequalities. We are, going to start these policies, but now then it was like we got to know that because of this inequalities are not decreasing, basically they are increasing. Further, it has also increased the income and quality of the consumption of one high income group, and the growth has been concentrated only in some selected area in the service sector such as telecommunication, information technology, finance, entertainment, travel and hospitality services, real estate and trade, rather than vital sources such as agriculture and industry which provide livelihood to million people in the country. So basically we already discussed this, that because of globalization people are focusing more on these area IT and all that, but not on the sector which are very important like industry, agriculture and all that. So this is basically the conclusion of this chapter. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the chart which we are going to do today. We'll just do it three. So first of all, this is you will make a sequence event and the purpose and objective. So establishment of this GATT with 23 countries as a global, it was established in 1984. Why? To administer all the multilateral trade agreement by providing equal opportunity to the countries in the international market for trading purpose. Now this new economic policy, very very important. You don't need to write the world this. Why? Because you have already written the things aim here. So over here you will write already written. Okay. Now, new economic policy, liberalization, privatization, and globalization was announced by government in India in 1991. Why? To liberalize and open up the economy by removing restrictions on private sector, reduce the role in government sector in many areas, and remove trade restriction between India and other countries. Okay. Next was Government of India fully removed quantitative restrictions on import and manufacture consumer goods and agriculture products when April 2001. Why? To increase the competitive position of Indian goods in the international market. Next, demonetization of a currency by the government. Why? To tackle the problem of corruption, black money, already written, right? So you can even write already written over here as well. Next, the parliament passed GST. First, to simplify and introduce unified, this also you already written. Clear? So you will make a table. You will write sequence of events and their purpose. Then you will write first, you have to write this entire thing. Okay. And the dates as well. But here, if you have written the objective prior, then you have to just write objective of this, 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 these two you have already written. And also this is also written. Clear?
Yes.
Then Done, ma'am.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, good. Now, there are few definitions over here. First is deficit financing. When the government budget expenditure is more than the budget receipt, the government incurs a deficit in its budget. To finance the deficit by financing is basically you have the deficit. For example, your budget was 100 rupees, but you spend it 200 rupees. Now you are going to overcome that. To finance the deficit, the government borrows from RBI, from people within the country, and from international financial institutions such as this. And this is called the deficit financing. New economic policy, you already know. Liberalization, already know. Privatization, disinvestment, you already know. Globalization, you already know. Right? Outsourcing, you already know. Bilateral and multilateral, this you will be doing. Bilateral trades agreement takes place between two countries. Okay. Separate negotiation are done with different countries and one-to-one basis. On the other hand, multilateral means you are take place among more than two countries. Negotiation are done with a country together. For example, I have to deal with these two people. I'm dealing them one to one. But if I have to deal with 10 countries, so I'll be talking to them in one go. So that is going to be multilateral. Next, tariff and non-tariff. Tariff barriers refers to tax imposed on imports by a country for providing protection to its domestic country. On the other hand, non-tariff barrier refers to restriction other than tax. Tariff means in the form of tax, non-tariff other than tax, right? So that we can protect our domestic industry. Example, import quotas. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So you will first write deficit by financing.
This liberalization, privatization we already have.
Yeah, we
And
already did.
PEP also we did.
Yes. So we will be doing deficit financing. We will be doing this bilateral and tariff non-tariff. Okay.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Halima, you are also done.
Yes, done.
Now these two bilateral, multilateral, tariff and non-tariff.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, Halima, you are also done.
Yes. Right.